This is day 43 of dropshipping. Today, I ended up working or starting to work pretty late, but I was honestly just trying to figure out the new strategy that I'm using to build out the copy, specifically the lead. And I'm just trying to train the AI to understand the notes that I gave it to it. And now I'm moving on to like trying to figure out like or trying to find copies that I can pretty much get inspiration from for AI. Um, Specifically like the structure of it. Not just copying and pasting because obviously that wouldn't work. But I ended up trying to get hooked and it didn't work. So I was gonna like lay it off for like another day or tomorrow. But then I realized ad library, Facebook ad library was still a thing, so I ended up just going on there, and I actually still found some good copies as I would have on Get Hooked. It just took a little bit longer, but I ended up finding like copies that I can, you know, take inspiration from, give it to AI, let it analyze it, and get what we're looking for pretty much from based on the notes. And so far, doesn't look like it found too much inspiration. I think I'm gonna try and find more copies. Not too many, since I don't want to mix it up, but I need to find the right copies that it'll take good notes from it, or analyze it good, and you know implement that structure to my copy, since it's a framework or a structure that's proven from a brand that's obviously doing much better. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm trying to be a little bit more efficient, but this strategy is a little bit different. I'd basically be looking at a completely different new, like, obviously structure, or copy, and trying to figure out, instead of making a perfect storyline or like a super emotional storyline, I'd be making something that's just really resonates with somebody, like in real life. Like if somebody were to actually go through this, and I'm doing that so the person reading it can really get emotionally attached, to the copy in a way, and want to buy from it. Because what I've learned recently is, obviously, most people will buy almost anything if they just read something that it's like the same experience that they would have in a way. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try, like, I wanted to put out the ads today, but I couldn't. I still need to generate the copy, find the right copies to take inspiration from. And yeah, but I mean, once I get the copy, I'm not really gonna like look over it too much like I used to. I'm just gonna put out something to test, since I've heard from a lot of people to just put out a test. Obviously, make sure it's a quality one, but like, don't overthink it. It's just best to just put out ads, run more ads, test more and more, and eventually something's gonna, like, not hit luck, like getting lucky, but it'll eventually, you'll see where or what your avatar needs to actually convert and everything for your product. But yeah, that's pretty much it for day 43. I need to do a lot more. I want to be more efficient, and I'm going to try and do that tomorrow, and just try and get a lot of things done. um yeah. I'm not going to force myself to like put out ads, since that's what I've been doing recently. I've been putting like a set thing that I have to do for that day. I'm just going to try and get a bunch of work done, and figure figure out what I'm gonna do next, and see how it goes. But hopefully the structure helps, works, improves soft metrics, and actually brings in um, low downstream conversions. I think that's what they're called, or like that buying intent, like add to carts, or obviously conversions. Since typically I don't really get that many, but yeah, that's pretty much it for day 43.